Hello, I'm Joe Tackett, and I am the inventor of a new aerobic automated martial arts device that I'm calling Battle Station, and that is what I'm here to show you a bit of. This is a mock-up of the Battle Station, the very first crude prototype, and what I'd like to show you first, what makes it unique, come over here. This is a normal kicking device you could buy at a sporting goods store. What I did was remove the padding from it, and down below here, you can get down, I drilled holes and installed a series of very sensitive sensors. Each sensor has 127 degrees of what they call velocity or power. So the harder you hit it, the higher it will go. And what I've done, as you can see here, these are aligned to what would be the right kneecap of this person. Over here we have the left kneecap. And if I bring this down, you'll see how they sort of line up here with what would be a person's kneecaps. Above here, we'd have a groin target, stomach, solar plexus, the nose bone area, then their left temple and right temple. Right now in this model we have one sensor per area, except on the nose bone we did put in 3. What we know is that eventually we would want 4 sensors on each area, basically north, south, east, and west. The reason we would do that is when you strike those sensors, those 4 sensors will feed back into the computer and tell us not only how hard you hit the target, but also how accurate you were. Were you high and to the left or low and to the right? We'll know that by looking at the values of all 4 of those sensors as opposed to a dead-on hit. So over here on this side we see the other piece of it. This is an external intelligent light. This is a low-end version that we picked up just to make sure it would work. What this light does, the light source is in this area, points up and it hits this mirror. The mirror is an intelligent device, and we're able to tell it to tilt either up and down, right or left. And by doing that, we can aim the light at the exact target area we want the person to strike. Okay? So the computer is telling the person when to hit and what to hit. Now, not only does it tell you what area to hit, but between the light and the mirror, there are 2 different wheels inside. One wheel is told to spin to particular colors. So you can have a red light, orange, yellow, whatever, blue. And then the other device in there is called a gobo wheel, and it makes the light have a certain shape, whether it would be a triangle, a square, circle, or whatever. So by using different colors and different shapes, we can not only tell the person where to hit and when to hit it, but exactly what type of martial arts technique to use. In other words, is it a punch, straight on? Is it a knife hand? Is it a back fist? Okay, same with any type of kick. Is it a front kick, side kick? Is it a spinning kick? Okay, so what we'll do there then, the computer is sending out the light signals, and it also will be playing music. The music that we're doing now is basically to an aerobic beat. The reason we do that, aerobics is very good for you, good for your heart, good for your lungs, keeps you moving in a rhythm. So the light will hit a target area, you will strike the target area, and the beauty is this is a closed system. Whereas the light's telling you what to do, when you respond, those sensors are recording back into the same software that is creating the music and sending out the light directions. When the software has run the whole course, when you've done your workout session, the software then takes the signals that were sent to you by the light and compares them to the signals that you created during the session and compares the 2. And I'll show you more of that later on, but we're going to move on a little bit here. Just to give you a little bit more background, I created all the music that went on here with a thing basically called a sequencer, which is a keyboard with a computer inside of it. And by creating the music, I put it on the software here, which I know probably is not showing up. We will show it in detail later. But we have one track of all music. We have another track that is the actual signals going out to tell the intelligent light which target to hit. And when we do the session, we will actually record a third track, which will be our strikes. So those strikes are going to tell us later on, number one, what was our response time? When we got the signal from the machine, how long did it take us to actually hit it? Number two, how hard did we hit it? How many pounds per square inch did we actually put into that thing? Next, how accurately did we hit it? Were we high and to the left, low and to the right, whatever? And then finally, throughout the course of the whole session, we'll check stamina. And stamina is shown by, were you weaker at the end than you were in the beginning? Okay? So, let's get the thing going here, and we'll give you a little demonstration. What we're going to see, we've got about a 6-minute demonstration queued up here. This was made to show starting out with the very, very basics and then moving on into higher techniques and much more speed. I'm not going to go all the way. We will stop once we get going at a certain speed, and then I'll show you what happens over here. So let's hit play and record, and we'll roll. Okay, let's warm up. Take a right front stance and prepare to block. Right front stance. High block. Just warming up. Middle. Low. Just loosening up. Middle. Here we go. High. Middle. Low. High. Middle. Middle. Low. High. Okay, change to a left stance. More blocks. Here we go. Same program. Left. High block. Middle. Low. Middle. Double up now. High. Middle. Low. High. Middle. Middle. Low. High. Okay, punching with the left hand. Left hand. Left hook. Nose. Solar plexus. Groin. Stomach. Solar plexus. Nose. Left hook. Double up now. Nose. Nose. Left hook. Left hook. Solar plexus. Solar plexus. Stomach. Stomach. Groin. Groin. Nose. Nose. Left hook. Groin. Stomach. Nose. Alright, change to a right stance. We're using the right hand now. Right hook. Nose. Solar plexus. Groin. Stomach. Solar plexus. Nose. Right hook. Double up. Nose. Nose. Right hook. Right hook. Solar plexus. Solar plexus. Stomach. Stomach. Groin. Groin. Nose. Nose. Right hook. Groin. Stomach. Nose. Alright, from the right front stance, right front kicks. Kick. Left knee. Right knee. Groin. Groin. Stomach. Stomach. Solar plexus. Solar plexus. Double up. Left knee. Right knee. Groin. Stomach. Solar plexus. Groin. Stomach. Right knee. Solar plexus. Nose. Groin. Nose. Stomach. Groin. Left knee. Face. Okay, take a left stance. Do left kicks. Here we go. Right knee. Left knee. Groin. Groin. Stomach. Stomach. Solar plexus. Solar plexus. Double up. Right knee. Left knee. Groin. Stomach. Solar plexus. Groin. Stomach. Left knee. Solar plexus. Nose. Groin. Nose. Stomach. Groin. Right knee. Face. Alright. Alright, that is where the thing starts going freestyle, not telling you what to do anymore. A lot of breath here. As you can see, a little trouble with the prototype. It moves around a bit while you're hitting it, but that's okay. And come around here, we're going to take a look at the reports that are generated. This represents what the screen looked like before we started. This is our software. Over here we have the music track in stereo. You can see how it's moving in time, basically from left to right. And below that we had the actual light commands. And each one of these little black dots represents a command for the light to move to one area or the other and change colors and shape. Once we have finished our session, we end up with an extra track down here, which was created by striking the actual target areas. So if we look, take a straight edge and see where the actual commands came from, you'll see that each command has a corresponding signal down below that followed it. That's where we struck the target. So what happens is, this goes all the way along. When we're done with this session, these two tracks are then taken by our software and analyzed, and that's where we can tell the user exactly what they did and produce reports. If we look at that in more detail, here we'll show that we can see every single act that happened there. I don't know if you can see this well enough, if we can focus in on it, but if we look at time in the left-hand column here, these are in seconds, so 0, 3, 6, 9, all the way down. And we'll see that in this sample, we're looking at the nose target, the right temple, left temple, solar plexus, and so forth. So at 1 second, 0.68, we hit the nose. 4 seconds, 0.88, we hit the right temple. By comparing the 3 seconds of where we were, we see that there was a 1 second, 0.88 delay between hitting that. So anyway, all of the data gets captured from every session. From that data, we're able to go on and create reports. So this, for example, would be a session. We're showing that basically I told it I was the one taking the test. This was at warrior level 3 as opposed to 1 or 10. The number of sessions that I have done, it's keeping track of me at this level, are 18. This is the 18th time I've taken this particular session. Here was today's date, took it at noon. My improvement over my last time was a plus 0.08. My improvement needed to basically get a perfect score on this session is plus 13. So down here, first thing it's showing us overall reaction time. We see over here reaction time in seconds, and down here is the actual course itself. So it's just showing that over this time period, sometimes I went long, sometimes I was pretty quick. This line's showing the mean average. Now, another report we could get, we can actually get reaction time per area. So this is reaction time for the stomach as opposed to reaction time for the nose. This is important as a martial artist. You want to know, maybe you're very good at the stomach, but you're lacking up high at the nose. Now you know something you can do to improve your score. All right. Over here, overall force. How well did you do? And the great thing about that is that now we're getting into the actual stamina and everything when you're dealing with the force. But once again, just showing us how our force, the actual level of our techniques, went up and down throughout the session. Now, why is that important? Over here, let's say this was an 8-minute session. We've broken it down into 4 different parts. The first 2 minutes, the next 2 minutes, the next 2, and the final 2. And what we're looking at here is a combination of speed, represented by the blue column, accuracy is red, and power is yellow. So if we look at our first 2 minutes, we see that speed was pretty good, accuracy was pretty good, power wasn't all that great. If we look at the next 2 minutes, we see we've gone down just a little more in speed than we did on accuracy, and power actually went up a little. Now we see everything is starting to go down, and when you get to the final 2 minutes, you see how everything is dipped. So the overall stamina rating was a 62.4. Once again then, what we're getting at that's important is a balance of the 3 essential talents, all right, of power, speed, and accuracy. What you want to end up with is basically 33.3 for each third of this circle. So speed, accuracy, and power. And then we put a little philosophy into it. Your speed, if you arrive too late, your target will no longer be there. Accuracy, arrive at the wrong place and you've wasted the journey. Power, use enough to get the job done. No more, no less. Okay. So anyway, that's the basic idea of it. There's a lot more to this than what we're seeing here. This is just one crude model. We already have a better model version of this in mind. We also have several different versions of this that are much smaller, that will do less work. But this is the battle station. I hope you like it, and if you're interested, please get in touch with me. Thank you.